You gotta sing the rest of it.
I don't know, but see, that's the thing about me. I don't know the whole thing. I'll be hoping somebody chime in and they start singing. You know those people that be saying the whole thing where you don't expect to say the whole thing. I'm like, well, you know what? You know the rest. You can take it from here. How would you like to start?
All right. So do you want to go through the whole warm up and all that other stuff, or you just want to work on what you want to work on?
Just work on all
Yeah. So you wanted to do the hip pin passes? Mm-hmm. All right. So when have you been trying to do it? Where are you entering from? What issues are you having?
Starting from stand up.
Okay.
So you're in open guard. I've been trying to enter in, but when I enter in, I notice you, for example, be attacking the legs.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But my whole thing is, whatever you're doing, when I'm training fighting, my goal is to get my hand here, so I can block that in here, and then try to, come in for the side control. But when I come in, right, because I try to do something that I've been hearing on the internet called rumble pass, where I'm here, where my legs are away from you, but I'm still level with you, trying to pass. So whenever I do that and I try to come here, I'll come in, but you already got a hook in because I did not close the inside space before I came in and drove pressure on you.
Gotcha.
So that's where I'm at.
All right. So, well, one, I think you need to open me up. If you're just gonna be starting from an open like this, I think you're gonna have big issues. That's where typically if we're gonna do like throw the feet back, you want me flat. You want me more like in this position. So if we're gonna drill it, that's why we'll, when you drill it, you're gonna have your feet up. I mean, if we're really rolling when we're doing this, I'm gonna be attacking. I'm gonna be in, not always gonna be just pushed back.
I see. I haven't thought about that before. So one way I can break that out is here.
Yeah.
And then try to pass.
There you
versus
go.
you're just me just trying to push.
If you're just trying to fit in, I've already got this space. This is already mine, and you're gonna have to fight to get into it. But if you flip my feet up, now, yeah.
Come again.
Yeah. And so one thing that I want you to focus on too, that I don't know if it's just because you're trying to be really nice when we're doing these, but when you're actually doing the hip pin, so when you got this and you got the weight, when you shove this through, what I think of is I'm putting my shoulder in your solar plexus. So I've got this, I've got the inside space. I'm gonna launch that through and I'm going here.
Then all your pressure's there.
Yeah, what I've seen you just do a couple times is when you're here, when you push this, you put your inside knee down and then you're coming here.
Yes.
So what I want you to do is when you're getting here and you get this, you shove this through, and that is what's getting rid of your post. So you're naturally going to be falling forward. But get that shoulder and solar plexus, get that pressure there, then you can replace on the inside.
So from here, flip you up, come here, here. I shut this.
Yes, yeah, that's it. There you go. Yeah, much.
I never do that.
Yeah, definitely do that. And anyone blue belt and above, you can put that shoulder. It's not that bad. If you oof every once in a while, that's fine.
Reset.
It's jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
4.
You got one more. And actually, we're gonna do the other side.
Yes, sir. Nice.
Nope, my other side.
Oh.
You're doing my other side, and then I'll do 5 and 5.
That's for 5 and 5. Got you. So here. So this will be here.
Inside. Yep. Yep. Pressure down. Push through. Nice. Yeah. That's it.
Here. Push up. Pressure. Come in. Shut. Here.
Try the aim a little lower.
Okay.
You one more.
Yep.
Unless I count it wrong.
No, no. Here.
There you go. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Like going the wrong way. Whew. Okay. You want to do another circuit drill on that one?
Can't one.
Or
It will really help my hip passing.
absolutely.
All right, 5 and 5. Here, up, here, yeah. Come on, get in.
Come on, get in. One more?
Yep. This one.
That was actually your best one too, because the other thing that I wanted to point out was when you are doing this and you get that in, the very first thing, as soon as I feel you put that good pressure on me, is I feel your knees hit the ground. And then you go like this.
Yes.
See how there's no pressure on you?
Nope.
So instead, what I want is when you shove that through, when you're here, keep that pressure on. Don't put your knees down.
Okay.
So, sounds good. Good advice?
Yes.
We were just warming up before you got here.
That's fine.
Yeah. We want to work on hip pin pass. So, we're doing that. It was just going to be Dayton and I, so I was like, well, what do you want to work on?
I'll work on whatever
I was
you
like,
guys
yeah, I
want
was like, we can just do whatever with a small group.
Yep.
Nothing really
I was
planned.
gonna try and do that hip pin pass, man.
So one thing that I do think you should get real comfortable with, especially if you're going to be doing the white belt tournament, is this is the only thing I was really thinking of that I wanted to drill if you were going to do legs. I want you to
This
work
is my
on.
bad leg, just a heads up.
Well, so when you strip that, we've done this before, but strip that and you start to step over. First thing I'm going to do is I'm hooking with my outside leg. I'm going to collect this, shoot it through, and fall to this side. Pop it. As you're doing that, keep this. It tends to be a shootout type situation in a lot of these matches. You're going to be going for the attack. They're getting the defense. You're going, I'm going to get this side. And then we'll work on, if someone does this to you, how instead you can either go to that side or hook this one, create pressure there. And do that. Gideon, you like that one?
That's a good one. I do it all the time.
I think it's really good. When Carlos showed me that, I was like, well, that's good for both people. You get really good at, as soon as the leg's popping up, you're gonna work on defending it. The other person knows exactly what you're doing and when you're gonna do it, and can prep for the next one. So when you're doing the drill, it's just smooth back and forth. So here, get my leg, give me the Nashi. So I'm gonna strip, pop over, yeah, collect it, gather it up, pop it. Oh, well, that's double outside. Now I'm in trouble if I. Actually, yeah, I was gonna say, there's nothing against double outside for white belts or whatever. Here, here. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good habit to get into. If you're getting that, and you're just dropping into it all the time, if you drop into double outside, it's way harder for me to get that fast.
Yeah, there's different defense activities.
Because you keep doing this.
Oh, so okay, so I'm here, right?
Yeah.
What?
You kick this one straight
Oh,
and just.
I'm just kicking it through.
Yeah.
I'm doing extra steps.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking we would have worked on the inverted single leg X to single leg X back and forth as a warm up to this, but since we didn't warm up, we're gonna do the warm
I'm just around too many purple belts, man. That's what it is. I'm already trying to skip warm ups.
up. You wanna do it? Sure. Dave.
So I'm here. Here.
That's double outside. There you go.
Yep.
Okay, okay.
There you go.
We got it. We got it.
Here. Shoot. Catch.
And So instead of just capturing it with your arm, try working the transition to getting the actual deep underhook on it.
So here, I grab
So,
this.
yeah. While you kick that leg through, and you're pulling it up, you're gonna wrap this. You're gonna wrap. Here, get it. So, I mean, wrapped. Like I'm gonna be attacking it. So when he pops that off, scoots over, I'm wrapping it, and then switching. You were capturing, which is fine, but it's only gonna be fine if you're transitioning that to a heel hook.
If you're heel hooking, switch your heel.
That because you're gonna be blocking that, and then you're gonna work to raise their heel just a little bit so you can slide underneath it.
So you plan on heel hook great.
But
You
you're
plan on straight
right.
ankle.
But you can't. Don't do that for jiu-jitsu because you can't heel hook at white.
Right.
I think I noticed a pattern. It was a point where we were standing up, and you was like, now you was trying to pull half guard, that was perfect. If you was trying to take me down, that was terrible.
Yeah. That's how it works. Yeah, you get it wrapped. Yeah.
No,
Well, you can, but it's
Here,
right there.
here. All right.
That's what we're doing.
There you go. Yeah, this one's
So,
what we're doing.
boom.
So there.
I hook his
Capture,
leg,
Hook it.
and I'm wrapping it.
Yeah, and you can let go of this one because you're going to be focusing on.
Okay, so I let that go. Does this foot come up here, or is that?
Yeah, that one's going to drop into that ashi with the heel there, toes out,
And then
and then you're going to drop to the other side.
I grab his leg, shoot this up.
And you can already be leaning toward the right.
Yep,
To the
yep,
left.
yep. You can start
Is
dropping
that-
the other direction.
Dropping in the direction will help you get this foot out.
Yeah.
Got you. So here, grab his leg.
Good point. Yeah, it is hard to.
Yeah. Over there.
Here. This. Here. Trap his leg. Already a little to the right. Here. 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 Shoot.
So kick through, get that heel up right away. That's what locks him into place. Because if you don't have that, if I have this, I have nothing. This is absolutely nothing. If I have, let's see, how can I slowly? I mean, I have a little more pressure if I'm gonna have anything like that. But what gets me the actual pressure is being able to lock this leg around here. Because if you got it down like this, I mean, that's the defense. That's what we're working on is,
Right.
getting that down.
And that's what you do this, right? And while you're doing that, I hook right under here, and then
Hold it up with this leg.
Yeah.
So it isn't just that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be just enough.
Yeah. You,
It is that. Yes, that was good.
trap this leg. When it comes around, shoot it up.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he comes here, I hook this. Shoot this.
Get that heel. There
Leg.
you go. Yeah.
Hey, it just makes you do something different.
It does. Yeah. And this is the common reaction to
Tosh.
zone anonymous.
If you're gonna bite it, you should bite it.
Yeah. You should
It's
have.
very
You should
shallow.
have a deep. It's very shallow. You
So
want it.
bite it like so.
Yeah, you really want that in the crook of your elbow, like your arms straight up and down, as much as possible.
to get that in place once you're actually on your side.
Yeah, it's much easier. That's why if you notice, like, I'm grabbing it there. Like, yeah, like in that transition is when you want to scoop it and really get a good bite on it. Hook there, hook there, hook there, hook there. Yeah, yeah. And it's okay if you start really far up, but just remember that in order to finish this, you need to be really far back.
Yeah, so
You
I
don't
wouldn't
want to.
keep your arm
You
out.
don't want to take your arm out.
Just slide it down.
Yeah. And even grab it. Get you this way. Here, we're just gonna split you in half.
Here.
Yeah, if you are in this transition and you're way up here, that's fine, but it's instead of like the loosening up and the making all that space, it really is just a matter of, you know, I'm here and I'm just gonna pull this back. I'm not opening any more space. In fact, if you think about it, his leg is thicker here than down there, so whatever space you have is more than enough for what you're gonna need to get to the end of the lever. All the way through, all the way through. No, all the way through. Shoot all the way through. Transition to the other side. Left side. Up. All the way through. On the right side.
All I do
You
is
are
like
really out of position there. You need to capture that leg. Yeah, you must not have known where you were even at because that was so far. You fell out of position there, just a titch.
All I did was lay down.
Yeah, it's like, and then you're just looking at all the limbs and like, I don't know what one I'm supposed to grab.
Had a white belt moment.
It's alright. It's alright. Gather that up. Yeah. Foot up on that hip. See?
Yeah.
There you go.
Wait, you said that arm. Yeah. Yeah.
So now I think we should do the transition from here.
All right.
So if the other person, here, David,
Okay.
if the other person does do a really big, like if I'm going for this and they know what they're doing, so they're gonna keep this leg out, they're gonna block, yeah, you're still right. So I can't do that. So now when he hops over, because you're still gonna wanna hop over. There's never a situation that you're not going to want to do that if you're defending from someone doing it. You just never leave it on that side because it goes right back up. You just definitely step on it with your butt, make sure that it gets out of the way. But if they're doing a really good job of keeping that away, or they blocked this foot or something so you can't hook it and bring it to you and kick through and all that, if they're doing something like that, this is the transition I've been doing, is getting your foot hooked this direction. As soon as so all you're doing is after they push it down and they step over, I'm just gonna bring it on the inside. And it's actually a pretty secure position here. But then this foot is gonna go on the hip, and then this is where you break with that. So
Is that a defense or is that an attack?
that's an attack. But it's an attack based on him doing the correct thing so that he kept that leg out of the way. Because if we're doing it, so if we're doing this again, and I'm here and I've got this hook, and he pushes it down and starts to, I mean, if I've got that hook, I'm going to be doing that. But if he clears over this and he keeps that away in any way, shape, or form, then this one's gonna come back and hook here. And I'm gonna keep this. The finish is gonna be used from putting this in the hip and then finish with the normal grip. There.
Wow.
That's legit.
So. So now he's got that locked. So this one, if you've got mobility issues, it might be
Yeah. it's
a little bit,
definitely-
but that's still
Alright.
that's still good. That's where you need it.
Okay.
And you just
Here.
need to be able to create that tension.
here, right?
Yeah. And then it's going to be the same thing. You're gonna look down, you're gonna turn, you're gonna do all the standard finish things.
Okay. Here, here. Here.
Yep.
Look at that.
Not sure why you let go.
Oh, don't let go.
Keep that. You might keep that.
So here.
And then this
This
is gonna hook and pull tight on the, yeah.
So be careful with this knee.
Yeah, that's gonna be one that you'll just have to work on.
Here.
But-
Is this all right where the knee's at?
Yeah, yeah, that's,
Pull it back as
Okay.
such.
this one probably won't be your go-to. It's an idea, it's a concept, it's a thought. If it's an issue with the mobility, even getting into there with, you know, a willing person, it's probably gonna be difficult during mid-roll. But if anything, you might find yourself just falling into this position, which happens all the time. Your foot might be, you might land like this, and you go, wait, I know that he said I need to get something there. So then you just pull your foot in to lock it up. So
Original arm was still
you,
going.
I was gonna say, you also wanted to work on some mount escape stuff. I was just figuring, because you gave us 4 items that when we started, I was like 15 minutes each. We could just go through
Yeah.
the 4 items. So what was the mount escape issue you had?
Oh, I just wanted to work on it.
Just work on them?
Yeah, I just haven't. I didn't know if we were going to roll today, so I was just like,
Yeah.
I was gonna work on that.
Um,
You say what?
so mount escape, are you having issues with any one in particular?
No, I just wanted to drill it more
Okay.
because I've been noticing. I've been in my videos. I've been getting better at catching that leg and trying to regain some kind of guard. Or I've just been noticing that I've been able to find a way to get under the hips,
Mhm.
come through, and still keep a hold of one leg and try to.
Like a wrestle up?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I've been noticing. So I was like, okay, I should probably put a little bit more tears in the bucket on those.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, let me see. Get down. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
And then
That's really good.
Yeah, but that's so I'll put more tears in the bucket on that because I've been saying
Yeah,
that
well,
on my
let's keep
videos.
doing that because I like that. That's a really good sequence you got. That felt good. Yeah. That's good.
That's just what I've seen on video. That
Well,
was me panicking.
and seen on TV is working.
Yeah, that's the lockdown pass, lockdown sequence of the lockdown.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
You get the lockdown in there, you can actually submit somebody at the end.
But see, it hurts my knee when I did
But,
that. Otherwise,
yeah.
I was loving doing lockdown for a minute.
Yeah, but no, that's a good sequence.
Yeah.
It's legit.
All of that just from survival mode.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised what happens when you're trying to survive. If you can almost hit in that when you wrestle up, if you can keep control of that leg, that's you are
Starting from now.
here,
Oh.
and then you're coming this way.
Yes.
Right, and you're
Yeah.
just wrestling up from here, right?
He's
That's
actually
right.
ducking out.
Oh, you're ducking out.
He was ducking out the back.
Oh, and then you're this
turning.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, with this single leg, you can keep this, even if he goes down, and you have a free pass on this side. There's no post on this back side. So if you just swim in a little bit and just come around there.
Yeah.
Now,
And then
see,
you got
I
that.
remember we rode in one of our videos, and I noticed you said if you would have just committed to that pass, you would have been able to pass.
There's
I
a couple
remember
times you've done that.
Okay.
Yeah, you've backed out to something else. You've
Just
allowed
to
it
just to
get
go
that
right
far.
back, just to go back in.
Just go back
That's
in.
what I
Sometimes
noticed.
that's all you need to do is just attack. Just come back
Yeah.
in. Yeah. Yeah. Try that instead of letting the leg
Yeah.
get half guard. Just pass around back. Run around back.
Yeah, I grab his leg.
Uh-huh.
And now run up. Try running up to my back.
To your left.
Like so, what do I grab? Like,
Well, you don't let go of this.
okay.
With
Typically, it'll be a left hand.
yeah.
Left hand to my hip.
Left arm.
To
Up.
my hip.
Hit.
Yeah.
No, cross hip.
Cross it. You're gonna want to
Now
hook that.
This is gonna swim in behind his leg.
Okay.
Just swim right in here and there, and just run this way.
No, literally swim this in.
Run
Yeah,
in,
behind.
Run this way.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
and then,
then proceed to gift
Gift
wrap
wrap.
everybody.
okay. Oh, sorry, a little extra of me. Can I
Yeah.
record this?
Oh yeah.
You worked already?
Mine's recording. So.
Mine was, but I
Yeah.
turned it off.
Yeah, I didn't even recognize as he's doing. I was like, oh, that's what it's the lockdown test. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That's what it feels like just getting done to me.
Yes.
It's just lockdown test with the lockdown. The giggler hip shovel underneath instead.
Yep.
You're gonna get a little bit of resistance.
Yeah, start sharing it out, especially if you
Yeah.
get in there.
Yeah.
With your elbow, try. Instead of putting your hand all the way down there, try elbow with the knee. Keep this safe. I'm supposed to keep this safe. Elbow, knee, not try.
So you definitely got to capture that hip. You can't let me just freely escape like that. I had been noticing that the weight was coming up. That's why I wanted to give a little bit of resistance to just not let you do it. Exactly.
Yeah. Let me try. See if I can.
Oh.
You're going here to here. In,
Yep.
under,
Yep.
and then
Hip shuffle. I'm
if
not
you
hip
hitch-
shuffle.
If you hitch that arm, that's great. If you
Yeah.
can't, you're coming under,
Yeah.
and then you're wrestling up. So, starting here, keep this
Okay.
overhook that you can see. I'm gonna keep pressure down on this hip and up with my head. Okay.
We mean down with hip up the canvas.
So there's pressure here on his hip from this
Yeah.
overhook.
He's
My-
got me pinned in.
My arm is not just laying here, right?
Oh, okay.
It's connected and connected, and then as I'm coming up, I'm keeping pressure, and if I want to come in, I can, but I'm keeping pressure here, and then I can run around this way without even needing anything. Right. So just slide by, come in. You are, I would say, try to, as much as you can, try to have your weight on him and not on your legs.
Yeah.
Because you're putting your hands in and putting your knees down.
That's right.
In order to try to adjust yourself without him moving. It's not gonna work.
Right. That's true.
So as much as you can, try to keep in contact, heavy contact with him, especially in a wrestle up situation, heavy contact, keep the pressure down, especially if you have a limb like that, like your leg. They're not going anywhere unless you allow it. They might be able to turn in and try to regard, but that's fine. You're
There's,
passing
there's
anyway.
gonna be jumping, flailing.
Yes.
When you've got a leg like that, the person realizes this is not good and they're about to get there. So they might be pushing or whatever else, but
Yeah.
it's a good fight.
But you're coming around toward the back. That's the rules if you want to. Right.
Yep.
Let me see if I can feel this. So we get different eyes on the half side.
Yeah.
Here, see where you push? Back up, back up. Hand here, keep it here. Keep this. Pressure down here and up with your head and now wrestle up. Down here.
Keep pushing down. Use that as your leverage point.
Don't take your head out.
Yeah, you might
Stay.
because now you
Now
want to
pressure in.
jam that right
There
hand
you
to the
go.
mat
Yeah.
while you spin behind them. Do a slide that way.
There you go. Yeah, you were letting go of pressure, letting go of flex contact. You didn't have to. Remember, Jeff says if you have a grip, keep it.
That's right.
You had grips on my leg.
Yeah.
With your head and your arm. Keep it. That's your leg now.
Shovel. Don't keep the side.
Yeah, so that's the first time I noticed that you'd always been attacking the other leg.
You don't
From-
need to come up in this one.
Yeah, from that position, even though you had
This one.
that one, you were still swapping and grabbing the other one that was on the ground. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
If you have this one, keep this one, attack this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can knee tap, you can, get pressure in. So the only thing when you're doing the any sort of the slide by or something, if you're on your back, just from any of these, if you're doing like the pin, you got this going across. If you got this, you still want to, you know, the way we were taught it in the gi and no gis, you reach across and then you put the knee to their nose and you slowly do that. You can do the same thing like Gideon was saying with this hook like this. You're still gonna do the same thing, and you just don't want to. What you don't want to do is that, because you
Very
created
nice.
all this space. He's gonna thumb post in your armpit. He's just gonna back out every time. So the worst feeling in the world is getting someone. You get a fantastic double under. You get this. You're coming around, and then after 2 minutes, you just do, you know, suck, and you lost everything. You just got your back. So you just, that last detail is super important. That when you're coming through with these, anytime you're doing these, it's a slow pass. You're either going to be on the shoulder, you're going to be keeping this close to the mat, but when you're doing it, keep that pressure. Don't give any room, and settle in right away.
It's all about how your hand goes in, right?
It's more about how the pressure's transitioning.
Yeah, it's more about how you get past that knee without exposing your back, without exposing space that they can get that knee in, that they can get that hand in.
Okay.
This is where I do a lot of pressure-ish passing. It's
Yeah.
actually from that.
Yeah.
Let me see.
So
Let me
fine.
see if I here. Come up here. Let me go deep here.
You gotta keep that, hook that hard,
This.
start posting
straight
up
over
on
the hip.
that.
Post up.
Start driving into 'em.
So here.
You're still pulling down on this.
Yeah, you want
This never
tons of
rests
pressure
here.
there.
So where does this go?
As far down as you can get it
Got you.
without, like we were saying,
Without
without
doing that.
relieving pressure.
Okay. Am I
So-
okay, from here?
But you want to focus on, it's not so much even that you want this hand going down. You want this hand, I mean, you can think down, you can think whatever. You want to think about keeping this
Yes.
leg. That's the main
That's the main goal. So I
You
should
want
put
knee,
pressure from
yes, you want knee to
There you
nose.
go.
That's what you want. You
here.
want,
This just needs to be out the way.
yes.
And
You-
this needs to be pressure. So when I come up, you see,
and
I'm here.
yeah. Slow drive.
But
I know, I saw you had your knees on
Yeah,
that.
that's why I said I lost pressure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
in this kind of pass especially, if you
Yeah,
can't
watch
breathe
Keegan
off the
do it
mat,
on me.
do it.
And just watch where he's at.
I'm starting to realize that a lot of reasons why, like
watch
I be thinking. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
He's gonna be off the mat. His legs are off the mat. He's got good pressure. He's
Even if it's
driving in.
An eighth of an inch.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just as long as it's not being held there. And now he's got this driving up to my nose. He's gonna be here. This sucks. And then
I'm just holding this. I can hold this forever, and it sucks for him.
yeah, I'm gonna want to get my leg out of the way because it sucks.
And then I'm already here. No space. Pressure. Still, knees are still up. Doing what I can.
So my chest still is going down. I'm not moving this up because I was moving this up around.
Nope.
That's how
If you
you keep
pressure
that
down,
pressure.
that leg keeps coming in,
Yeah.
it will naturally want to go around you.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's what I've been noticing. I've been trying to think that maybe I was just not. Maybe my pressure was too far up, but really, I'm just not putting pressure at all.
You're not putting
My
enough
knees
pressure.
is on the ground.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Let's see where it goes.
Yep. Your knees are on the ground. There you go. And you want to be working on that while you're turning the corner.
Yeah.
While you're putting that weight on him, you want to be perpendicular.
So I'm here, right? This is securing, this is out of the way. Up. I'm actually walking perpendicular. I'm not
Yeah.
actually driving in.
Yeah.
I'm walking perpendicular, and that increases this, but my head is up.
Feel that pressure right there.
Yeah.
I'm not down here. Your leg will slide off too early. Before I
Yes.
raise.
Right.
So, head up, arm in. This blocks whatever this leg's
Right.
trying to do. This leg's trying to command. So this, then squeeze you till you, and here I am. Right in position, perpendicular, hold on next. So there's no adjustments I have to make to get to good side control.
Because you already had it in check.
I'm there. Now it removes opportunities for you to prevent my good side control.
Yeah, use that left hand on his leg or something other than taking pressure off of him. Because you had that left hand out there posting. And so instead of blocking his leg or raising his hip, because that's the other point that Chewy's always making was when you're doing the over-under, get around, doing these, you can hook the hip and pull it up while you're doing it. You can hold the leg. You can do essentially like anything you can to stop him from, turning in, guarding, getting that leg in, something or other, and keep that pressure on. Just slow.
It's super slow. It's a cooker.
Yeah. That's why I really like this one. It's kind of something I do.
Yeah. And it can be real easy. If you want to learn how to place your blade.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I'll start to do it and then I'll be like, I shouldn't be doing this. Because it does suck. And when you do it correctly, like when you do all the parts, you're supposed to be lifting them like onto their neck while you're doing it. You're supposed to be hooking that shoulder and crunching them down to the point that his knee is like, and just getting to him past the face.
Okay.
So that's what you gotta think about.
Okay.
It's a mean pass, but it's a good pass.
It's a pass they let you do.
My only concern is passing that shoulder. I feel like
Yeah, so a couple of those things. One of the main issues that you're having because of it, here, this will be real easy to demonstrate. So if I've got this and I'm squared up with him, how much do I need to turn to get this thing past him? Just take it as like extremes. So if we're perfectly here and I'm like this, in order to get this thing past me, I need some sort of like insane amount of
170
movement.
degrees or something.
Right? It's like it's crazy amount that I need to move his leg. But if we start getting here, and I'm grabbing here, and I've got him on his hip, and I'm here,
there's a difference between wrenching it and twisting it out.
yeah.
Okay.
And like if you see the actual pass, I'm barely moving, and it's just because it's slowly slipping past my face. So
That's why you can't rush it either.
yeah, you don't want to rush it because the rushing it is what opens up that space. If I can just sit there and give a little rotation and it'll slide by, way better than me turning like that, exposing something that he's gonna push off of. This way you just keep everything nice and tight, let them slide past you, and then you just settle straight down.
And if you muscle it, you try to shovel that thing past your face, you're giving them energy to go to turtle or something like
Yeah.
that. To roll
It
through the
happens all the time when people they start getting into this sort of mainly from double unders.
Yeah.
Where one person's really struggling, the other one's going like this, and then they're gonna go, ugh, fine, I'm gonna get you up. And then you're like, oh, fuck, you either just now you're in turtle, or as soon as you throw it, then he's gonna post and jam out, and so it's like these moves are not to be done fast. It's just super detrimental to actually passing correctly if you do that.
Okay.
All right, we went a little over on the mount escape, but I like this one a lot.
That's really good. Yeah.
This is a really good one. You picked up on it. I mean, you had most of it correct. Gideon fixing a couple things up a lot.
It's good. I appreciate you guys.
What was the fourth thing? I forgot.
What's your plan? What's your plan for the feet?
Huh?
What's your plan for the feet?
For the feet.
You need a plan for the feet.
You need a plan
Everything
for the
starts
feet.
on the feet.
Yeah,
You talking about like standing up?
You got 6 weeks left.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we
standing
gotta
up.
figure something for the
You have a
tournament.
plan for standing up.
I'm not going to the tournament on February. That's my anniversary weekend.
I thought you were doing the Louisville tournament.
I was, but y'all said it was the 15th to the 17th, and that's my anniversary weekend. So I'll be
Well, it's
here.
not to the 7th. Yeah.
What's that?
It's on the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
16th.
Yeah, but I'll be in Gatlinburg when it happens.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, but
That's acceptable. We will allow. That.
That's nice.
nice.
So
nice,
then you
nice.
got till the next tournament. What's the next tournament? I don't even know what I'm doing.
Whatever.
I just
Unless they go on the same
Jeff just knows how
towns
we're
in
doing
the
it.
same order. I think the next one will be Myrtle Beach.
no, they're not the same times in the same order.
Okay.
Chicago is July, I think.
But I will say
Oh yeah, because I
this.
can't do it. It's
I will
July.
say this with the feet. I've been really thinking about what you told me in regards to controlling the wrist and the arm
Okay.
before I try to take them down, because since the camera's rolling, I'll show you guys
Yeah.
how it's working.
Show it to me.
So we're here, right? I've been trying to be considerate about where my space is, so that when I grab here, maybe I'm gonna grab you here. I'm trying to. My intention is to grab under here as you pull, push you towards, so I can start from there. But as I try with DT on camera, you can't just.
I
hang
don't
it
know.
on.
I don't know.
Literally, what I did was whoop. He just said,
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
I just go.
I don't see that working.
No.
Just because you can't. The only way that works is if you do sort of a modified, like Russian tie, the fucking.
Well, see, my
flip
brother
thing.
was working on Russian
I,
tie when I was training.
I just don't see you
But-
being able to do
But every time I try to do that live, like, you know, I'm trying to be here, and I'm trying to make it seem like I'm trying to grab their neck, but really,
Russian tie's fine.
Yeah.
but I can't hit it live because I feel like,
Russian
like
tie's
for
hard to
example,
live.
like for example, I tried to do it on you a couple times, but you're just like, yeah, I actually want you to do that so I can.
that. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna reverse. He's gonna
Yeah.
drag you right back. That's one of the problems with arm drags is that the other person just drags you right back.
So I don't have a perfect takedown, so it's either, so my thing was either try to drag him down like so, or I was just trying to make it feel like I'm trying to wrestle up, but I'm really just gonna try to do open guard.
And
Those were my
if
literally two options.
you're doing the jiu-jitsu tournament, just sit down. Doesn't matter. You can
Yeah.
you can just sit down. Start from the beginning. You don't have to make contact. You just start, sit down, and then go.
It just would be really nice if I had to take that.
I'm with you.
No, yeah.
I'm with you.
I
It's
want
always
you to
good.
have a takedown game.
It's always
really
good.
close to my heart.
It's definitely a good thing. to
That
have.
color drag thing is what you're suggesting. It can work, but especially as the match goes on and people get slipperier,
Yeah.
there's a high likelihood you're just gonna fall on your side with that one.
Yeah.
So
Oh, absolutely.
unless you have the gi to grip
Yeah.
to really yank on.
That's
Yeah, I didn't do that in the game when I recorded this up there. But I just thought I had just lack of control issues, but we were pretty sweaty too. So there's other factors.
No, DT's hard to control.
and
here.
DT's a big dude.
He's huge.
And he's good. It's not like you're like, and then this, 110-pound girl, first time coming into class, I just couldn't get it on her. It's like, who's DT?
Right.
He's a big grown ass man that knows jujitsu, and he's not
And is
like-
slippery.
And then he's slippery.
The odds are already out of my face.
Yeah, he's just not gonna make it easy.
I'm not controlling DT at any point,
Yeah,
right? If I get anything on him, it's because I slipped it by him.
yeah, it was nice.
It's an accident.
Have to relax.
That's funny. So
But-
it's still funny to catch
Yeah.
up.
So if you plan to sit guard, either you're sitting guard like right away from a distance, but if they manage to close the distance on you and get here, how are you sitting guard? If we're in here, how
Well,
do you sit?
well, normally you'll have me like so, right? So I be trying to think if I'm going to sit down, I need to have control of something.
Yes.
That's why I always
Definitely,
just. I
yes.
always just pull half.
Yes.
That. But that's the only time I feel you actually have good control while sitting.
Oh yeah, that's true. I never had to pay when I needed to.
Yeah.
You need to have good control or control something, especially the head, while you're going down.
So I know we covered a lot about it, but just for the sake of the camera, man, can you give me your expanded thoughts on control? Because I feel like as a white belt, I don't understand what it means by control. Just having control and standing up versus
Yeah.
transitioning into something. I just wanted to hear your thoughts on that.
Control is fluid on the feet, very fluid on the feet. So this is actually neutral, right? Because both of us have the leverage to go where we want, right?
Right.
This is not.
What changed?
You got your posture broken.
Your posture, look at
Your posture, he's got his
my
head.
spine is straight, I'm still straight, I'm still good. You have gone from this to this.
Fair.
And because I've done this, your head cannot make it through this space right here, right? No matter how much you try, your head's not coming through here. That means this entire side of your body is no longer concerning you, right? This entire thing is, you're not attacking here. This is my avenue to attack now.
All because my spine has changed.
Because where the head goes, the body follows.
That's
And right
true.
now your head ain't going over here,
That's true.
right? In order to get a shot in, get a move in, you're gonna need to get your head over here, probably. There's some things you can do, but 80% of the time, this is my space now. And your space, this side,
This is all
is
we have.
blocked right here. This is checked right here, right? So this is my control, that would be your control. That's just the head.
Okay.
And then I can have control here, I can have control here, here, it'll help blocking off that piece. So my control is when I have, you say I have opportunities to attack and I have active ways to block off your avenues for attack, right? And this is why it's so fluid. Because if I have control here, you can very easily switch that. You can just put your head in my neck, and all of a sudden this is your control spot.
And that's done.
This is your right now. If you're shooting, if you're wrestling, this is your avenue here, or sometimes outside single here.
Because where the head goes, the body follows.
Yeah.
If my head's pointing this way, I can attack there. Versus if I'm looking here, then I can attack here. Okay.
The main exception to this one, when I said like 80%, is outside single. So if you have here, I can still step around, and my head can slide by yours, right? And we can still go outside single that way, which you gotta be aware of. But control is about, I have more ready options to stop your advance and more options to advance my own. And it can switch the turn instantly back and forth. So for you, guard, you want some kind of control of the head so that I can't just stay there when you sit down, right? If you want to go to the mat, I need to bring you to the mat with me in some kind of controlled fashion. Because if I just sit down and we're really close, bad things are gonna happen.
Easy, immediately.
Immediate guillotine.
Don't break down, like it's right there.
Mount is gonna happen. If I'm right here,
Yeah.
and I'm just like,
Yeah,
You just want to
I'm just
fall in
gonna
the
sit
mount.
there, right? And so, even if it's the head, even if I have control here and I'm sitting, I have this arm to post with, I am directing where you're going with this head. If I have control here, I'm leading the dance. I'm telling you to come this way while we're coming down. You can't just come into me. It's really hard, you can't go the other direction, you have to kind of go there intentionally, and then I'm gonna feel it when you go. And I can shift my defense appropriately. I'm leading that motion, I'm leading that process. I'm not just sitting down and seeing what happens, right?
Right.
If that makes sense.
It does.
Alright,
It really does.
so we're gonna pull guard a few times and you're in control. You're gonna lead that group.
Okay. it's a 60701. I gotta have to work.
Yeah.
One more.
Yep, of course. Check the real time. Is that?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Here.
It's 6:51.
We're good. Yeah,
Okay.
that's okay.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Over here.
But see, I don't want to keep doing the same thing. I feel like that people will be looking for it.
Well,
They will.
yeah, but in a situation like that, you being comfortable with a takedown that you've drilled hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times is going to be better than
Some random
them
thing that doesn't
going,
work.
hey, that guy does this a lot. Because even though you're the main character, no one knows you at these tournaments. Believe me, they're not scouting the white belt
This
competition.
isn't like one of those movies where
No.
everybody's like, all right, he's the main character.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
there's no game film on you. They're not at the lab all night studying
There's no
you.
mysterious visitors to the gym.
No, yeah. Who's got a camera at the front door? What are they stealing our techniques? Yeah, I'd say be comfortable. Be comfortable doing it.
same takedown? Okay.
Yeah.
Drill that get real boring at the same moves, the same takedown, the same entries. If you get to half guard, you should go for this. If you're standing up, you should do this. To get ready for the tournament, that's what you need to do. Is just have
a few islands.
No one's let me have that head. That's good. Big drop down for this. Yeah, and if you happen to fall down and I just don't follow, open guard, stay there, you're good. Yep. Good 3 seconds pause while you thought about it there.
there you go. That was nice.
Good try.
I was trying to do the Uchimata. I did not put my hips under
Nope.
at all.
Nope.
You just slid right through.
In any kind of throw like that, persons whose hips are lower is probably gonna win.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna Uchimata, slide in there
Okay. So commit.
and pop it immediately. If you give me time to feel the slide and adjust,
Yeah.
it has to happen. He has to go down. That was good, but you did drop. You slide in, you went like this.
But that was probably the best of a commitment I've ever tried.
It was a decent entry. It looked like you had it if you would have dropped down to your knees.
Yeah, for that one you need it all the way down here. Should be rough on your knees. But
Yeah, if something doesn't work one direction, go the other.
Yep. You need to work on your single finishes.
Yeah, don't. If you got a single on the inside like that,
Well,
it was.
that was the first attempt of me trying to set up something.
No, it was a good
Yeah.
decent setup. You got in on
Yeah.
a single. Yeah.
The issue is when you went in on that single, and you were getting this, and then you went like you were. I don't know. You'd have to watch it again. You
So
went
that's what
this way.
disbelief looks like.
So that's what it was like. It was the opposite direction to if you're gonna be getting this, you're gonna want to come.
So that's what disbelief looks like on camera.
Yeah. It was.
It looks like
you
I
had
didn't
that
believe I
and
got it. I was like, oh shit, that
you-
worked.
And you went there and you were trying to pull.
That's, I can't wait to look at that.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Oh shit, I grabbed it.
You gotta go the other way.
You go for the single, but yeah.
Yeah. Gotta go the other way.
Yeah.
Well, it looked real on YouTube.
It is real. That 100% can happen.
Well, so when I had you here, I was trying to tip you over. So what was the problem?
It usually happens here, right? It
Right.
happening like over here. It gives me all the space in the world to see buckle around your hips. I can hang on to your hips and get my hips lower real easy. That's usually why they Uchimata, they usually have it over here. Toss it this way.
But you don't have to load them up necessarily all the way up.
If you can, do it.
That's the hard part, to do that live.
Yeah. So if I got this over,
Yep.
slide in here.
All right.
Here. This is me all day long.
Yeah. So where am I?
You're in
Oh,
that spot.
yeah, he's low. He's got that deep hook.
This
He's
is
just
the-
gonna shuck you past
Yeah.
and
So-
take your back.
This deep hook is bad.
So do I let this go and address that, or do I keep this and
I would-
just?
Well,
Square up.
yeah.
Square up.
'cause- So when you get that, here's you've got it. So here's. You had the deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had it on him, and you had his. Oh no, I'm sorry. You
He
had
had the
this.
controller.
This is doing nothing.
Yeah.
Because actually you didn't have the.
He was just throwing shoulders.
You had this, so all he's gonna do is lock his hands. I mean,
I'm gonna fall this way. I'm gonna bump under.
he could just shuck under.
My
He
hand
could
is
just
just here.
duck straight under, and now you just got your back. So the one, see, as soon as he's doing this, I don't even think about it. I'm gonna get a wizard, because if I don't have the wizard, he's got all kinds of just getting axed.
So
And
what's the
that's-
point of the wizard? Like,
It's to
where's the
block-
sauce in it? So it's like when he gets an underhook on you, then you.
He's got this on me.
Uh-huh.
So he's just gonna shuck and get axed, and I got nothing. So now he's gonna try and shuck, and I got this. At least I got some. I mean, it's still terrible, especially if I still got this, I got nothing. I really have nothing, but this is at least gonna give me like that quarter second that I'm gonna be doing everything in my power to square back up with him, because that deep underhook around the hip, if I get this, I feel so good about my life.
This is perfect position.
Because this is just anything I want going straight through here.
Yeah.
It's,
I try to get there all the time.
yeah, it's one of those things that it's like if you, and it is 7 o'clock, but as soon as you feel that hand going around here,
Even here.
in any capacity, half guard, anything, this is where we get that in to stop. You gotta, You gotta be in that habit of that deep hook around the waist. You know that the next quarter second, they're going to shuck you forward and they're just gonna take you back. Like that's 99% of the time it's gonna happen. So definitely go for that.
If I sneak a whizzer in on you, I'm driving your face into the mat. Most of the time.
Okay.
So whizzer, this position is all about basically whose hips are higher, whose head is higher. That's the competition. Unless you're coming and squaring up, which is fine. But if you're in this competition, I am cranking it on the shoulder and I'm dragging it along. And I can get a foot in there. Right? I'm not just hanging out there with an overhook.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not just sitting here. Yeah, you can't get to my back, but you still have all the play in the world here. You still have.
Yeah, you still have a whole bunch of things that you can do while he's doing that.
Yep.
So it is just, it's a battle of who's gonna do what, but I'd still rather be the person with that
But
deep hook all day.
all day.
There's a lot of things you can do.
So I just got one last question. Can I get a selfie?
Yeah, we're the small crew on New Year's Day.
Oh.
I got time if you want to drill more. I don't have to be